In this video, we'll learn how to convert between degrees and radians. So before we begin looking at how to convert, let's learn where this relationship between degrees and radians comes from, because that might help us as we think about the conversion and as we think about where these angles are when we move forward and we look at the unit circle as we move into our study of trigonometry. So if we remember when we think about a circle and we think about the circumference of a circle, and the formula for the circumference of a circle is 2 times pi times r. So if we want to know how far around a circle goes, we would take 2 times pi times the circle's radius. All right, so that would be how we would find it. Now, if we want to find the measure of a central angle intercepting an arc in radians, we just learned in our last video that it is that value is theta is the arc over radians. All right. So if we're talking about a circle, our arc is a full rotation. It's all the way around. Okay. So that value right there is our S. Our S value going all the way around right there. So this value right here is 360 degrees. It's all the way around. That's essentially the circumference of our circle. So if I were to take this formula right here, and if I were to merge it essentially with this formula right here, what I would have would be, I would have theta is equal to, and instead of writing S, I'm going to write 2 pi r, because what I'm going to talk about is the entire circumference of a circle. I'm going to say 2 pi r over r, because I want to think about the relationship between all of the degrees in a circle, like all the way around, that entire rotation. I want to go all the way around to make a circle. And I want to think about how that relates to 1 radian, which is right here, all right, when I'm talking about in terms of radians. I want to think about my degrees of a circle right here when I'm talking about circumference, and I want to connect it to my radian thought. So if I put those two together, when I go all the way around and I put them together in this formula, what happens is I can simplify here, and if I take out what cancels, I'm left with theta is equal to 2 pi. So this sets up a really important relationship that's going to carry us through all of our study of trigonometry here. This shows me how when I have 360 degrees, I'm also talking about 2 pi radians. All right. If I am talking about half that much, if I'm only talking about pi radians, so if I were to divide that in half, I must only be talking about 180 degrees. So if I divide that in half. If I were to divide that in half again, if I were to only go a quarter of the way around my circle, so divide that in half again, divide that by 2, and I would only go a quarter of the way around, I would be at 90 degrees. So if I'm rotating around my circle, if I think about this as a rotation around my circle, so if I am rotating around my circle, 360 degrees goes around like this, 180 degrees only goes to there, and 90 degrees would just go to right there. And so we can think about these as pi over 2 for 90 degrees and pi for 180 degrees, and 2 pi is 360 degrees. So these are values and relationships that you're going to see over and over and over again that you're going to want to probably go ahead and memorize, but if you don't want to memorize them, just write them down somewhere that you can refer to them. All right, so we're going to use the basic relationship that we just looked at, that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees to make the conversion between degrees and radians. So we want to remember that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. When we want to convert from degrees to radians, what we want to do is we want to take however many degrees we have, and we want to set that value here, and we want to multiply it times pi radians over 180. All right, so that's how we're going to make that conversion. Now, if we want to go from radians to degrees, we want to work in the other direction, and we want to take our radian value that we have. We want to take our radians, and we want to multiply times 180 degrees divided by pi radians. So whenever we want to convert, that's how we're going to set that up. So one thing you want to remember, if you have a hard time remembering what goes where, the unit you're converting to goes on the top of your refraction. So when you're trying to think about this and how to set it up, if you just remember that whatever you're going to, that goes on the top of your fraction. So the unit you're converting to, so the unit goes on top. So if you can remember that, that might help. Okay, so let's take a look at a few examples. So let's take a look at a couple of examples here, and we're going to convert from degrees to radians. So just for reference, let's write our formula up here for converting from degrees to radians. Remember, we're going to radians, so that's what's going to go on top of our fraction. So we're going to have degrees, which is what we're given. So degrees times pi radians on top here divided by 180 degrees. All right, so that's how we're going to work. We're going to start with 60 degrees and we're going to convert that to radians. So let's set up our formula here. So when I have 60 degrees and I want to put that into our formula, I'm going to take 60 degrees, and that's actually over 1. And I'm going to multiply that times pi radians. So I'm just going to put pi radians. I'm actually just going to write pi radians over 180 degrees. So I've got 60 degrees over 180 degrees. So my degrees cancel out, and I'm going to simplify wherever I can. So I always want to simplify whenever I can. And when I cancel out, I'm going to simplify out those degrees, and my 60 can simplify with my 180. I can cancel out there. 60 goes into 60 one time. It goes into 180 3 times. So that's going to simplify there. And then I'm just going to multiply straight across and see what I'm left with. I have 1 times pi radians, which gives me pi radians. And I have 1 times 3, which gives me 3. So my final result is pi over 3 radians. And I have successfully converted into radians. So let's try 270. So remember, this is one of our quadrantal angles. If I think about this in terms of rotation, this one's going to rotate all the way around to right there. I can think about where that is in terms of my rotation on my coordinate plane, and I can be thinking about where those radians are. So let's go ahead and set that up. I've got 270 degrees. I write it over 1 just so I can think about my multiplication here. Let's set up pi radians over 180. And I'm going to cancel out where I can. My degrees go away. I can simplify 180 and 270. Both of those can be simplified and divided out. 90 will go into 180 twice, and it'll go into 270 3 times. And if you don't see the simplification right away and you need to use smaller values, maybe divide by 10 first and then divide again and again, that's okay too. Take it a step at a time. That's fine. Don't have to do it all at once. So if I continue on here, I can't simplify any further. I just multiply straight across. I end up with 3 pi on top. I multiply 3 times pi, I get 3 pi. And I multiply 1 times 2, I get 2. So I have 3 pi over 2 radians. So if I were thinking about that on terms of rotation later, as I start to think about a unit circle, which we're going to learn later, I'm at 3 pi over 2 if I think about this down here. So my last one that I'm going to convert is a negative degrees. I've got negative 300 over 1 times pi radians. Oops. Over 180. If I'm going to multiply that across, I can simplify before I do my multiplication. And I'm going to end up with 5 over 3. 5 here and 3 here. I can multiply straight across, and I'm going to get negative 5 pi over 3 radians. So next, let's think about converting from radians to degrees. So remember, our formula here is going to be radians, which is where we're starting. We're going to take that value, and we're going to multiply that times 180. Remember that what we're going to goes on top, so 180 on top, and then pi radians down here on the bottom. I'm going to put that down here on the bottom, so just up there to refer to. So let's start with pi over 4 radians, and we're going to set up our formula here. We're going to set up our cancellation, what's going to cancel out. So pi over 4 radians. I'm going to put my radians up here on top, let them cancel out, times 180 degrees. And if you notice down here on the bottom, this is why these pi radians are down here. They're going to cancel out. They're going to go away. We're going to get rid of them. That's how we're going to be left with degrees. So pi radians, we're going to cancel out down here. And I'm going to be left with, and I can actually simplify a little bit more here. I can simplify my 4 and my 180. 4 actually goes into 180 45 times. So I end up with 45 degrees. So when I convert that, pi over 4 radians, I end up with 45 degrees. So that tells me, actually, if I were looking at my circle, I would be, and I wanted to know where radians were on my circle, I would be right there. I would be at 45 degrees. So that's about where I am on my circle. All right, so let's do another one. I've got negative 4 pi over 3 radians. So if I have negative 4 pi over 3 radians, I want to multiply times 180 degrees over pi radians. And then I'm going to cancel out those radians because I'm getting rid of them and I want degrees to be left. So I'm going to get rid of pi radians here. This is what I want to happen. This 3 can cancel out the 180. I've got 1 here and 60 here. And then I'm going to multiply to see what I have left. So I have negative 4 and times 60. So I'm going to end up with 240. Negative 240 degrees is going to be my final result there. And the last one is going to be 6 radians. So I'm going to write 6 radians over 1 times 180 over pi radians. Now notice I don't have pi in my my original term, so I don't have pi to cancel out here just yet. So we're going to just cancel out our radians. And I'm going to be left with 6 times 180 over pi. So I have 6 times 180 over pi. And I'm going to put that in my calculator, and I'm going to divide by pi after I do my multiplication. So this is going to actually be 1080 over pi, and I end up with approximately 343.8 degrees. So that's how we convert between degrees and radians. In the next video, we're going to learn how to draw our angles in standard position, whether they are in degrees or radians.